What's up, Dr. Sleep?
What's up, fight witch?
Both of our names today are very accurate.
What did you call me?
Dr. Sleep.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever see Dr. Sleep?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's good. I liked it.
I know. I didn't believe you that it was good, and then all I've seen is good shit about it, so I do have to watch it, but...
I think that, excuse me, froggy voice. I think that people were mad that it's not a Stanley Kubrick film.
Mm-hmm. Well, is Ewan McGregor adult Danny?
Yes.
Yeah, that throws me too. I don't know why. It's like him growing up isn't Ewan McGregor to me.
Yeah, but it works somehow.
I'll have to see, but...
It works somehow. And the other thing is, too, people have to remember, like, Dr. Sleep is like a Stephen King book, and people are used to watching Stanley Kubrick's Shining, which is a different thing than Stephen King's Shining.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I liked it, though.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
You know that you see parts of The Shining in Dr. Sleep, except they're recreated.
Do they de-age Jack Nicholson?
No, they just reshoot everything and have new actors.
Yuck.
It kind of works.
I don't know. That just made it worse for me.
Okay, can I tell you something? Spoilers for anybody who's never watched Dr. Sleep. I'll tell you something that I thought was kind of cool. They do have an actor who plays Jack Nicholson, who kind of looks like Jack Nicholson. But do you know when you see him?
When?
So Danny goes to the Overlook, and when he goes into the empty bar in the Overlook, he's the bartender.
That's kind of sick.
It's kind of cool.
But it should still be him, and I know he died, but it would still be fucked up because he'd be a ghost like all those other people. It'd be sick.
Yeah, but I kind of worked in my brain. I kind of wrote it all off as like you're seeing like Danny's memories are skewed because he was a little boy.
Oh, yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he wouldn't really remember he looked like that much.
Exactly.
I get that.
Anyway, way to start off a podcast talking about a movie that's 5 years old.
I know. Well, wait till you see this segue to a movie that's fucking 45 years old.
Uh-oh.
Me and Katie, just while I was waiting for you to wake up, me and Katie just watched Eraserhead.
Oh, Jesus.
It was so fucking good.
Screaming bloody bean chicken baby.
I know, the little lizard baby. I'm like, if he hurts this fucking baby, I'm gonna be so pissed.
The first time I saw Eraserhead, I saw it at the Royal Oak Art Theater at the Main.
Yeah.
With a full crowd of people who had never seen Eraserhead before.
Amazing.
People did not know what the fuck was going on.
It's so good.
I loved it.
How can that be somebody's first movie? How do you make that as your first movie?
It's great.
Genius. Really genius moments. Oh, and then last night there's this new slasher that came out on Peacock last night called Sick. It's written by the same guy who wrote Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer. And it's so fucking good. It's kind of short. It was like an hour and 23, 24 minutes long. It starts right away. It's so good.
I'll have to watch it. I don't have Peacock.
Yeah, I don't know why I do, but I do. But yeah, there's like two girls in it and they like, you know how in horror movies everybody does the wrong fucking thing? Like they're one of the only people I've seen in horror movies that do the right thing like almost the whole time.
That's interesting.
It was really good. I'm like really impressed. It should have been in the theaters for sure. I don't know why it wasn't, but
I saw the trailer for it. It looked good.
It is good. And it's like not it kind of comes off generic at first, like a generic slasher, but then the angle they take, I was like, oh. And then when you know what's going on, you're like, oh shit. And it all like moves really fast. There's no like killing time or anything to figure out. And then the 4th season of Servant started yesterday too. So I watched that, the M. Night Shyamalan show on Apple TV that nobody watches except me and Katie.
We're just heavy loading this front end with movies.
And TV shows, I know.
Because Skinamarink came out in the theaters.
Yeah.
I saw it before it hit the theaters. I don't know how I saw it. I don't know how I got that link to see it first.
A lot of people did before, and then people were pissed because it got leaked. But
yeah.
Well, I saw today that it's going to be on Shudder after it's done with like a short theatrical run, so I'm just going to watch it on Shudder.
Yeah, that's going to be a real divisive movie with people.
Yeah, I could tell.
It is a slow burn.
I love a slow burn.
But I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I'm into that. I'm excited for that one.
And I went and saw Ultraman this week.
I know you did.
First time in my whole entire adult life, I saw fucking Ultraman on the big screen. It was exciting.
I thought you were going to say first time in your adult life that you left your house. You know what's funny is you don't have a car and you leave your house more than I do.
I was just about to make a comment about you commenting on me leaving the house.
I know. That's why I'm starting so hard with TV shows and movies because I haven't gone anywhere.
No. Really?
I worked a little this week.
Going from one house to another house doesn't really count as leaving.
No, not really.
I feel like your office is another house.
I know it kind of is. I'm just there by myself and my clients, and I just go there in sweatpants.
Mhm.
I'm very professional. It's hard to tattoo. You can't tattoo with like tight pants on because then you can't lean forward. I swear. You have to put yourself into like a semicircle when you tattoo. You're like a crescent moon shape. And if you have tight pants on, you're like, cool, I can't even tattoo right now because I can't breathe.
I feel like every male tattooist I've seen in the past 10 years is wearing pants that look like they're spray painted on.
That's not comfortable. That's not right. They probably just don't ever wash them though, and they're not tight in the waist.
True or untrue, almost every male tattooist has one of those haircuts where it's shaved on the sides and then long on the top and pulled back into a kind of.
A lot of them do.
Yeah.
If it's even pulled back, it's just like a mullet.
I feel like there's a male tattooer costume.
They don't care.
I would not get a tattoo from a tattoo artist who has plugs in their ears.
Ew, well, that you've got like one tattooer left. I had plugs in my ear still like a year ago. I finally took mine out because
But I mean like plugs.
I know those big ones are nasty, but
Those big ones. Like when you get around the person, you can smell their ears rotten.
I know we talked about this before.
It's gross.
It's very gross, but
But do what you want.
do what you want, whatever makes you happy. Oh, Toad's girl that like helped me with Toad's adoption came over today to visit because I had some stuff to donate, and she always likes to see Toad and check in, and she's like, he's so happy he hit the jackpot, he's like so crazy and happy. She was like so stoked. She's so stoked for him. And I was like, I always try to imagine his life before, and she's like, he was just created like all the time. That's probably why he's crazy. I'm like, yeah, no shit. I'm like, I can't imagine how crazy he was for that person being created all day and then they let him out. He must have been like a fucking rocket ship.
Yeah.
But yeah, she actually stopped working at the rescue I got him from, and now she works for a different one. So I had said that we're going to donate from our contest to his rescue, but now I want to split it between the two. So I think I'm going to do that because she still like supports them, but she doesn't work for them anymore. And like she was such a big part of me getting Toad that I like want to support the rescue that she works for now too. So we're gonna split it between two. So it'll be Our Heart Dogs Rescue in Warren, and then Bark Nation is the one that she works for now.
Bark Nation.
Bark Nation. Does that sound like a morning radio show?
It does.
Welcome to Bark Nation.
Welcome to Bark Nation with Zippy and Barf.
Yeah.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Chainsaw sound, screaming. Do you know that I used to work for Shock Jocks?
Where?
97.1 FM.
Doing what?
I was a webmaster for a show called Kramer and Twitch.
That sounds familiar.
I do remember that they used to be that. I used to go in there sometimes because I would have to get pictures and talk to them about what they wanted on the website. So I would go there and there would be women in the lobby who had shown up to show their tits to them during the radio show. It was that type of radio show.
That was a different time.
Where they were like, it's Flash 'em Friday. Come on down to the station and show us your boobs.
Or like tickets to like fucking.
No, just to do it. And like there would always just be a half dozen women sitting in the lobby waiting to show their boobs to these two guys.
You don't even get tickets to like Pine Knob or nothing?
No. And then like there were some days they would have like a kiddie pool filled with Jello, and they'd have the girls Jello wrestle in the room with them.
Great.
I ended up getting their show canceled.
Nice.
Because they went on a big tear after 9/11 and they had access to the website. Even though I was designing it, they could upload like articles and news commentaries, and they started like posting pictures of people, quote unquote, the enemy blown up in the war in Iraq.
What the fuck?
And so I quit being their webmaster, took down their website without their permission, and then filled their website with like a protest website against Kramer and Twitch.
Nice.
And within, I think, 6 months, they were off the air.
Too bad. So sad. I always find that funny. That always happens on Twitter. Like when people like try and fuck over employees, and then the employees just like make either the website or the business just inoperable.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I kept telling them like, this is terrible what you're doing. Like I would tell them in person all the time, this is terrible what you're doing. Like, and they were like, oh, it gets lots of ratings. Like they didn't care. They were just about ratings. You know what I mean? So they were just being controversial for controversy's sake.
Yeah.
And so one day I just went home and I was like, well, if they don't really care, then I just took down their website and put up a new one.
Yikes. I forgot a couple more things about our contest. The Win a Date with John Tenney contest is
Oh
still
my God.
it's still going. That's what I was talking about with the donating to the rescues, if anybody didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. So yeah, so tickets are gonna go. We were gonna do a live YouTube show and announce the results on February 3rd, but we have 2 Detroit events coming up and all this other shit, and we're stressed out, and there's no way to like make a live show right after that. We need more time to like get guests together and figure out what we're going to do. So we're pushing the live show, the YouTube live show, back to February 10th. It's a Friday at which time should we start? 6, 5, 6?
That is a good question.
Whatever. We'll figure it out. But we'll start sometime 5, 6, whenever the fuck we feel like
7,
it.
maybe 8.
Yeah, 7, 8, whatever. The evening of February 10th. So you'll have a little bit more time to buy tickets, like another week. And then also our lovely sponsor, Old Town Roasting.
Doodle-doo-doo-doo.
They have donated a coffee gift basket to the winner as well. So not only will you win a date with Tenney if he's awake, you'll win a coffee gift basket.
And you'll be jacked up on Old Town Roasting. Boo-ba-doo-doo-doo.
Be jacked. Oh my gosh, one of our listeners the other day, she like tagged me in her Instagram story. She was going, her name's Hannah. Shout out Hannah. She was wearing one of our WooPod hoodies on her way to the fucking hospital to push out her baby.
I saw it.
Isn't that so cute?
Amazing.
I know. Like you're gonna remember that day forever and have pictures and have your baby come out and you've got a WooPod hoodie on. That's fucking wild.
Wild.
I know. I was like, oh, I'm emotional.
2-3 years from now, when I'm dead, you'll be able to think about when you were wearing a WooPod shirt.
Oh, did you see? Oh, fuck, it's the same day as our live show. Well, we'll have to go the day after, but they're bringing Titanic back to the theater for the 25th anniversary. And you know,
I saw.
we have to go.
Fine.
I'm gonna be so happy. You're gonna look over at me and I'm gonna be the happiest you've ever seen me in your entire life. Like on the big screen, I saw it in the theater when I was a tiny peanut, but I haven't seen it on the big screen in all this time. It's gonna be so magical.
Fine.
There's no way you won't like it.
We'll see.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited. Do you know how many people DM'd me that it was coming back? I'm like, I fucking know. I know. But it's not like they were doing it for me. They were doing it to like make you do it.
Whatever. I'm allowing it because I went and saw Ultraman on the big screen and I haven't seen it ever. So I knew you would want to see Titanic on the big screen.
I know I have to. It'd be so crazy.
Who does Bill Paxton play in Titanic?
He's like a guy.
This is already just the
He's
most
a guy.
perfect explanation. He's a guy.
Like a guy on a boat. He navigates ship captains. He's a captain of
The Titanic?
no. He's the captain of like a boat that's going out to the wreck in present day to find like artifacts.
Oh, Jesus, this is a flashback movie?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Just wait, I'm not saying anymore.
So this movie takes place in the present and then goes backwards into the past?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
No, you're gonna love it. It's magical. It's James Cameron. James Cameron makes fucking perfect movies. Why?
Does he do they fall through like a time tunnel?
No, it's not a sci-fi movie.
No, too bad.
I know. Too bad for you.
I mean, that's what James Cameron makes.
Yeah, well, not this time.
So this is the bad one.
No.
Does the ship sink at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already know the ending.
You'll see. Just stop. I'm not talking about it anymore. Spoiler alert, Adam Berry. Titanic sinks. Too bad. But anyway, Adam Berry was on a ghost show today, like a ghost radio show. So I listened to part of it earlier. And he said something so interesting that I never thought of before. They had asked him.
Is this something that I've talked about for 10 years and you just have not listened to my lectures?
I mean, maybe. Let's see. Probably. Listen. I say stuff a lot and and you know that you've heard that in my lectures. Like I do know most of it, just every once in a while I miss a key thing that you said. Sorry. Anyway, but he said he was talking about how lucky he is to have the show. By the way, Kindred Spirits, the new season starts this Friday, January 20th on Discovery Plus and Travel Channel. Anyway, he said he was talking about how lucky he is to go all these places and do all these things and see paranormal stuff and how he has a nice life and blah blah blah. And he said that in and of itself is paranormal. I've always thought of the idea of karma or the universe looking out for you or having really good luck all the time, but I never considered that kind of your life path or cool things that you get to do could be considered paranormal. Do you know what I'm saying?
kind of.
I don't know if I'm explaining it right.
Well, I think years ago I wrote an article about people putting para on the front of stuff and thinking that it means ghosts.
Right.
Like para just means alongside of.
Right.
So like paranormal just means like alongside of the normal.
Got it.
So if you think of the way that people like us and Adam and Amy and like the way that we live our lives, like we do live paranormal lives. Like we do things that aren't considered normal.
Yeah.
We're normal adjacent.
Yeah, that's cute.
But I always think it's funny when people are like, well, if they'll call themselves like, my name's Para John. Like, it just means alongside of John. It doesn't mean ghost John. You know what I mean?
I've always known that, and I know you have a weird relationship with that word, and you oftentimes say supernatural instead of paranormal or whatever. You say other words instead of paranormal because I know how I feel about it, but I still like using it the wrong way.
But like parachute isn't a ghost chute.
It is to me. No, I'm just kidding.
A paramedic is not a ghost medic.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it is. You don't know.
It just means alongside of.
I know, but I like it both ways.
Yeah, but it's just incorrect.
Sorry, man. You're the old school, I'm the new school.
That's too bad for the new school.
Like how people said, what's that word that people said a million times? Well, like how people said literally for forever, and now it literally means the wrong fucking thing. People just accepted it eventually because everybody uses it wrong.
Yeah, but people shouldn't just accept something because everybody's doing it.
I know, but that's how it works.
It's not how it works in my brain.
Like how the word irregardless isn't a word, and now people say it anyway.
Or espresso.
Yeah, espresso is the worst, actually. Fucking X in there.
Espresso.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Especially too.
What?
I hear especially all the time.
It's terrible, man. Oh my God. Today, I ordered groceries today from my ship shopper, and they subbed an item for me and sent me a picture, and they're like, is this sub okay? And I said, yeah, for sure. I said, thank you. And they wrote back OFC. And I know you don't know what any fucking abbreviations mean.
I do not.
But to 99% of people on the internet, OFC means of fucking course. And I was like, wait, they're just casually swearing in my shipped texting. I'm like, all right. And I wrote back, just so you know, I'm like, I'm young, so I don't care. But that abbreviation means of fucking course to most people. So you might not want to send it to just anybody. And they're like, oh shit. And then they're like, oh, okay, good looking out. And then I typed it to Katie and I go, when you see OFC, what do you think it means? And she writes back, of fucking course. And I'm like, yes, fucking thank you. So I screenshot it and sent it to the ship shopper, and they're like, LOL. I'm like, yeah, like how many fucking people have you sent of fucking course to? You work for a grocery store. So anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known what it meant.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. What was the one? I fucking wrote it down, I swear. The one that was the worst one you've ever did. The SMDH one, which is shake my damn head. You thought it was smack my damn head.
Yeah, that still makes sense to me.
That was the worst one.
That makes sense. Like smacking your head.
No, it's shake my damn head. Like, no, dude, no.
But don't they mean the same things?
No.
Like you're shaking your damn head because you can't believe what has just happened, right?
Yeah, but that's not the same.
And you're smacking your head because you can't believe what just fucking happened.
No, I think it's different.
Well, you're wrong. I'm right. I'm old school. Wrong. I'm old school. You're new school.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So last week we talked about the gray hair spots, like the trauma things that we weren't sure if it comes from a trauma.
Right.
So somebody wrote me saying it can be from a birthmark, but I don't know if that's true. And then
no, I can believe that.
Yeah. And then, but I had like 2 other people write and say they did have traumatic events in their life and it did happen after that. And it doesn't necessarily have to be something that happens to you. It can be something that happens to somebody around you and your stress is so bad that you get one. And then I was reading this Harvard study and they brought up how Obama went like gray as fucking 44 days. Like it only took that long. They discovered that, and of course they did this in mice, which fucking sucks. But anyway, that a certain amount of stress causes the depletion in certain stem cells that reside in the base of the hair follicles. So the pigment producing cells get like ruined and they never come back.
Can it make your hair fall out?
I'm sure it can.
Because I'm just thinking about when I went bald, really bald, and I was trying to match that up with a timeline of becoming better friends with you.
Ew.
And it seems to work out.
Oh my God. I thought you were going to like really like relive some kind of like intimate story and you just fucking burned me so hard. I was like, oh my God, Tenny's going to recall a trauma. And then you just fucking roasted me. But But yeah, they were like the damage is like irreversible. Like once you get stressed out and whatever the fuck I said, the stem cells in your hair root are just dead and gone forever.
So then you just got to rub a bunch of stem cells on your head and get them back in.
I know, can't they shoot something like in the root? Like you found the problem. Anyway, maybe they're working on it. And then Johnny Hauser from Velisca DM'd and said that he knew a kid who had slits behind his ears, and the doctor in Iowa said the exact same thing, that they were gill slits.
Wow, I knew it was a real thing.
I know. A couple other people wrote that too, that they've seen people with those slits behind their ears.
Look at that. Water breathers walking around. Fish people.
Fish people.
The Bradshaws weren't lying.
Who's the Bradshaws?
Those were the two brothers that had the gill slits.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I was going to have you over to clean last weekend, and then I didn't, and I just did it myself. And then I posted my before and after pictures on our Instagram story, and you like almost had a heart attack.
Yes.
It really looked like a straight up hoarder. And
you were hoarding.
I wasn't.
You were.
I was. It was really bad. It was really bad. See, the thing is, when you look at it with your own eyeballs, it doesn't look as bad. And then when you see it in a picture, you're like, that looks really bad.
Yeah.
I know. But anyway, it's all clean now. Everything's fine because Katie and Bex are coming to stay here next weekend for our 2 events in Detroit. But anyway, so while I was cleaning, I listened to 4 or 5 episodes of, there's a 90210 podcast called 9021 OMG. And it's hosted by Donna and Kelly in real life. And they go through the episodes one by one, and it's so fucking good. So anyway, they told this cute story about how they went to the beach house from the show recently just to reminisce and look at it. And so they went up on the balcony of the place and looked down, and there was 2 super fans under the balcony with 90210 shirts on. And they were like, what? Can you imagine looking, you go to the location of your favorite show ever and you look up and 2 of the stars are on the fucking balcony. I was so happy for them.
That would be pretty awesome.
I know I would die. But anyway, this is literally the whole point of everything that I just fucking said, because I really can't believe this is real, and I will never believe that it's real, but it is. Anyway, during that show, a commercial aired for a different podcast. This sounds like a joke, but I'm telling you, it's not a fucking joke. Lance Bass from NSYNC has an advice giving podcast called Frosted Tips. I'm not lying. I could never make that up.
That's very funny.
That's so fucking clever. It kind of makes me want to listen to it. I'm not gonna listen to it, but bro.
Did he ever go to space?
I don't know.
Do you remember he was trained for years to go to space?
I do remember that. We'll have to Google and see if he did or not.
Yeah.
Let's call him. That's insane though, bro. The commercial's going and I'm like, have I been cleaning for too long? Did I did I hit my head on the attic ceiling? Am I dreaming all of this? Fucking crazy.
Oh, you know what happens? I always am really excited when this happens.
What?
So, friend of the show and friend Chris and I went and saw Ultraman. Mm-hmm. And of course, while I was there, my friend Matt showed up, who I met from my Japanese toy store back in the 90s. So that made perfect sense that he was there seeing Ultraman too. But I love when this happens. We went outside after the movie and we were all talking, and Matt started talking about ghost hunts that he had been on with me in the mid 90s. Mm-hmm. And then we were talking about when we went to William Gnog / Butler Cemetery in the 90s, and a ghost turned off my tape recorder. I did a Realm of the Weird episode about that incident. And Chris was like, you were there when that happened? And Matt was like, yeah, we used to go there all the time, blah, 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 blah. I love when I all of a sudden get a weird backup story. Mm-hmm. And then Matt is like, to Chris, he's like, how do you know that story? And Chris is like, I've heard that story from John. Now I'm meeting the person who was involved with it. And I love that there's I forget that I have witnesses.
Yeah, no, most of your stories you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those cases you went on by yourself pretty much.
Yes, well, there was a time, believe it or not, when there weren't a lot of people to go ghost hunting with.
That's wild. I love that. You're like, see, I'm not a liar.
See, I'm not a liar. And he's talking about a ghost hunting case that happened in literally 1995.
Yeah. You went out after, right? Did you go out after?
I went out and had 2 drinks. I was so tired. My sleep schedule is so fucked up right now.
Yeah. It's a bad week for you.
Yeah.
Bad 10 days.
Yeah.
I know. Do you want to know what I ordered the other day that was so sick that literally feels like it was made for me as a person?
Well, go ahead.
You'll see.
I was going to say something mean, but go ahead.
God, how many times are you going to roast me in one episode? Dang. The Descendants, you know how they make the best merch?
Yeah, I guess.
I feel like they do. Anyway, so I got an email the other day about their new merch, and they have a shirt that I fucking immediately ordered. It's a newer shirt, and now I can't think of what the back says. Hang on.
Oh my God.
I know. Oh, no. Okay, I got it. I got it. But anyway, it's purple fucking tie-dye shirt, purple crystal tie-dye, which is a little bit different than tie-dye, but it's got Milo on like the regular logo on the front with, but the Descendants guy is Edgar Allan Poe. And then on the back, it says, quote the Raven, never decaf. And all of the print on the shirt glows in the dark.
That got you excited?
Yes, fucking yes. Did you just hear the words that I said? That's like the best shirt ever. It's gonna be so cute. Purple tie-dye shirt, glow in the dark, Milo, fucking Edgar Allan Poe, literally yes.
All right. I ordered a t-shirt too.
Oh shit, what is it?
It's a design I made, so I'm not going to tell you until you see it.
You bought your own shirt?
You know I design my own shirts because they don't make shirts that I want.
Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah. What am I gonna want one?
Maybe. You never know. You might want one. And then if you want one, you can just order one.
Okay, fine.
It's a Psychomania shirt.
Yeah, I'm gonna want one. So is Katie. I'm gonna want one. Other people are gonna want one too. You're gonna put it in your regular t-shirt shop?
Maybe.
Hope you do. Oh my god, you know the UFO story that we went to in Upper Michigan with Felix Moncla?
Do I know that story that I told you about?
You know how Toad is like Chaos Baby and he always bonks into stuff?
Yes.
I've been calling him Felix Bonkla.
A fitting tribute to our missing military men.
Hey, I'm trying to keep his name alive, okay? It makes me really happy.
I still think it's funny that you're asking me if I know about something I told you about.
I know. I don't know any other way to start a story. Like the fucking Chris Farley thing where he's like, hey, to Paul McCartney, he's like, hey, do you remember the Beatles? Well, that's like literally me talking to you every day. I can't help it.
So silly.
I know.
Speaking of Psychomania 2, after I got that shirt made and sent it to me, but then I also found out I have Mary Larkin's address. So I'm going to write for her autograph. Mary Larkin plays Abby in the movie Psychomania, the girl who doesn't die. She's still an actress and she's still hanging around.
Where's she live at?
In England.
Oh, dang.
So I'll write
maybe
to her.
you could get tea with her when you go there.
Maybe I could.
That'd be nuts.
Maybe not. She's like 80 years old.
So what? You think she wouldn't like to go to tea with you? She probably never gets talked to.
That's true.
Yeah, that might be cute. You might be best friends.
I wish I could have been friends with Nicky Henson, who was Tom in the movie Psychomania.
Did he die?
R.I.P. Nicky Henson, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You know what one of the last things he did was?
What?
Downton Abbey.
Oh my gosh, what the fuck? Your whole life is woven together.
I know. When I saw him on Downton Abbey, I was like, what?
What? Oh, you know what I've been meaning to ask you this for a while and I don't know why. I think it was from Christmas and I just forgot to ask you, or just like at any time really. I was gonna ask you, what are your favorite like presents to get from people? Like, and it could be stuff that you've gotten a million times but will never get sick of. When you open it, you're like, yes, boom, yes, this is me. I will use this. I fucking love this. Like, what are your top like 3 or 4 favorite things to get? And I know you don't like getting stuff, but I'm saying if somebody had to get you something, what's your like shit that you never get sick of?
Notebooks.
Nice. Good choice.
And nice
you
pen.
like drawing books, right? Like
notebooks or sketchbooks, pens and markers.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I think that's really the things that I get most excited about.
And books.
Yeah, but it's hard to buy books for me because I have so many books.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, but then if somebody gives you the same book, you just give it to me.
So that's just a gift for you.
Oh my god, I posted this video of Toad ripping up my living room again the other day, and I did this laugh because I genuinely just walked in the door and he spun around in the video and I fucking cackled. And somebody in the comments wrote, I like your French laugh. Oh, great. Now I laugh like it was like oh. But anyway, going back. Okay, so I figured out mine are that I literally never get sick of would be like candles, any woodsy candles, any outdoorsy that smell like trees and nature. And then coffee or food gift cards, never get sick of those. Me and you are always fucking don't know how to take care of ourselves. So anything that helps.
Do you know what this has been an ongoing thing with me for years and literally decades.
What?
When I make a shopping list, the first thing I write on it is food.
Me too. Literally like blanket food. I'm like, I guess I have to get some of that food stuff people talk about.
Like you go to the grocery store and there's just a can or a box that says food.
Yeah, I wish that was that easy. I don't like thinking about it. Especially, I realize this is bleak as fuck, but I realized this the other day. The older I get, I'm so sick of fucking everything, and they're not inventing new food. So, like, what am I supposed to do? I'm already sick of all the food that I like. So, in 20 years, what am I just going to be sick of everything I've ever eaten in my life?
Yep.
That sucks.
Yep.
But anyway, I like candles and and food and coffee gift cards and dog toys for sure. If anybody ever has the choice of getting something for me or the dog, always get something for the dog because I fucking would rather he was happy than myself. And books for me too. And I would say both me and you are way more fans of vintage stuff than new stuff.
Yes.
Like I have no need for anything new, like no new collectibles or whatever. Like that's so not our thing. Like I would rather you gave me some weird old ceramic thing.
Well, that's like, you know, the majority of the toys that I collect are older toys.
Yeah.
Like there's enough old stuff that I don't have. Like I collect monster stuff, like Universal monster stuff. There's so much that's already been made that I still don't have and will never have.
Yeah.
Like that's the stuff I focus on.
Yeah, I know. I like old, obviously, I like any old statues that look like my dog. Like Sarah Brick Mojo sends me, I think she sent me like 2 or 3 now of like she finds the best like Bosty and Frenchie old statues.
Yeah.
So those are around here. We both like plants. I love a new plant.
I'm still thinking about getting old and not liking any foods.
I know. I don't know why that popped in my head the other day because I was making, what was I making? I heated up something and I was like, oh, this is so unsatisfying right now. And then I was like, what am I? I'm just going to eat this shitty food forever. Like, that sounds great.
But I mean, if you think about it, like we're supposed to not really enjoy food.
Why?
I mean, like as animals, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're just eating to survive.
You're just eating to survive. So it's like squirrels. Like, don't you think they spend their whole lives eating like old peanut?
Yeah, but they look pretty stoked.
Yeah, of course. They're happy to be eating and not starving to death.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Human beings have just become like, oh, I have to have cranberry apple compote on my whole wheat. Like, get out of here with that shit.
I know.
Have a bowl of oatmeal and get on with your life.
Yeah, old people just have like one bath a week and eat oatmeal.
Oatmeal, cottage cheese, and peaches.
No,
I like whenever you go to diners and that's the healthy menu is cottage cheese and peaches.
that makes me want to die.
Comes on a piece of iceberg lettuce.
I do not like peach flavored stuff.
I can get into peaches.
Ugh.
But you know what? I used to date a woman and she had like a peach body spray. And it was early enough in my life to where now like my brain unfortunately associates peach smell with her.
Gross.
And so it's gross.
That is gross. Yeah, somebody's perfume or cologne will definitely ruin that shit for you forever.
Yes. It's why I don't drink beer.
Because some woman smelled like beer?
No, because of my dad's breath.
Oh, yeah, that's a bummer. Gross.
Yeah. Sometimes I've been at the bar and like talking to a cute woman and then like get a whiff of her beer breath. And then like, nope, I'm out.
Dang. It's hard out here for people trying to hit on Tenney.
It is. Beer breath and if you smell like Tubbies.
Ew. Yeah, Tubbies is a tough one for you. Attention, ladies, you're not allowed to smell like beer or submarine sandwiches. Gross. I mean, that should be like a rule anyway, not just for you.
I'm sure there's a huge group of men out there somewhere that's their fucking dream smell.
You're probably right, actually.
Dream smell, beer and submarine sandwiches.
Oh, I met this chick last night at the bar. She smelled like beer and sandwiches.
She smelled like Miller High Life and roast beef.
Should we just end on that note?
No, that's gross.
Yeah, well, we either end usually on something mean, something gross, or something disgusting.
Let's talk about our current fascination, not current fascination, but how much we like Fonzie.
Oh my God, I know. We both love Henry Winkler. He's so cute. He was on the Golden Globes red carpet and he's such a dear. He just seems like the sweetest, nicest man ever.
Absolutely.
Seriously, like what a treasure.
Why didn't we stop at the Fonzie statue when we were in Milwaukee?
I don't know, but it's not like we're never going back there.
Yeah.
We'll go. I don't really think it looks like him either. I think that's the issue.
Yeah, but it's Milwaukee. Come on.
All right, we'll go.
Anyway, I loved Fonzie when I was a kid. I have dozens of pictures of me as a little boy giving thumbs up.
I feel like I saw him in an interview recently and he brought up some like crazy episode and I can't remember what it was, but he was like, yeah, I remembered it. Was it? No, you brought it up. Didn't you tell me? Or were we just saying we wish there was a ghost episode or something?
There is a ghost episode of Happy Days.
Yeah, maybe that's what we were talking about. What is it?
There's a haunted house that everybody's afraid to go to.
Yeah.
And then they have a party in the haunted house and they're trying to scare Richie.
I want to see that.
But the episode that always gets me that because people forget that Mork appeared on Happy Days first.
Oh, yeah. It's a spinoff.
Yeah. And there's an episode called The Thumb versus the Finger.
What the fuck does that mean?
Because if you remember, Mork from Ork used to zap people with his finger. He would go, oop, and blast them with his finger. And there's a part in that episode where Mork freezes Fonzie as Fonzie's like gonna punch him, and Fonzie breaks the finger by lifting up his thumb.
Oh my God.
And he breaks Mork's spell. Fonzie fighting aliens.
Superpowers. Well, I want to see both of those.
But Fonzie doesn't age well as a character either, though.
I mean, nobody really does.
I mean, like, he's 5 to 6 years older than Richie and Potsy.
I know. What's he hanging out?
And he's hanging out with, like, he's dating, like, 16 and 17-year-old girls.
And everybody thinks it's so cool.
And he's living in a one room above the Cunningham's garage until he's, like, 38 years old. Hey.
Everybody looks up to different people, you know?
Can we bring Sit on It back?
Maybe. Or Up Your Nose with a Rubber Hose.
That's Welcome Back, Cotter.
I fucking know. I was saying bring them both back.
Okay, fine. We can end on that.
Hey, Up Your Nose with a Rubber Hose.
Hey, Sit on It. Sit on It is worse than Up Your Nose with a Rubber Hose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sit on It is literally the 70s version to Get Fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't hate it.
It would be funny to go back and re-edit Happy Days, and every time they say sit on it, you have someone voice over, Get Fucked.
Go fuck yourself, Richie. Go fuck yourself, Potsy.
Go fuck yourself, Shortcake.
Why can't we put swears in the titles of our episodes? That would be the perfect one. That's so good.
All right, I'm all done.
Okay.
Okay, good one. I'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, we have 2 live shows.
Oh, shit.
Next weekend.
Got Kindred Spirits on the 20th with an appearance by John Tenney.
Yep.
Stash on the 21st.
Dash International in Detroit.
And then the Whitney on the 22nd.
Yep. If anybody needs ticket links, you can DM me. They're posted around. They're on our Twitter. They're on our Facebook. But it's hard to they're in the caption of the Instagram post about it. But those are tough because Instagram doesn't allow clickable links and captions.
So dumb.
So dumb. It's like, what would that take? Like 5 fucking seconds? Can y'all just fix that? They hate us.
All right, I'm all done.
I'm all done too. I need a snack.
Sit on it, Shortcake.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, Shortcake.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, bye.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye,
Bye, bye, bye.
bye, bye, bye.
Bye.